Hello, hello. I'm here on a hiking trail with Babe, the blue god, and Paul, but he doesn't want to be shown. And so I'm making video now about hiking. And so as soon as you're ready, let's go. Okay. The mosquitoes have already come out. And I'm not prepared. I should have brought my Dr. Scholl's bug guard with me, but I didn't do it. I should have done it. Too bad. I wasn't thinking about mosquitoes. I thought it's still winter, but I guess they're coming out earlier and earlier because of global warming, and somebody debated it again and again and again and again and again every day. New people debating it again and again and again, and I'm telling them, go to the website of the EPA and stop the denial, because it's not going to get you anywhere, the denial. That just feeds the ego, that's all. The ego likes to hold on to the religion. The corporate bandwagon has to latched on to the religion as well. So the ego buys the religion and the corporate bandwagon in one package deal. That's how it works, always. And that's called denial to the fullest extent. And just because some winters are getting colder doesn't mean it voids global warming. Global warming has to do with CO2 trapping in the atmosphere, which creates heat trapping, which in turn creates a cascade of climatological shifting. It can be colder, it can be drier, it can be warmer, it can be more rainfall, and particularly what we have been seeing is extreme rainstorms. So everybody has probably seen it everywhere you live in the United States, and also in the Philippine Islands and in many other places. Extreme hurricanes, rainstorms, tornadoes in places where they have never been before. So, no denying, okay? It's right there, the evidence is right there. It's called climate shift. It's not just warming, it's not just warmer temperatures. That's not the only thing that it does. It also creates colder temperatures. It causes extreme temperature unbalances. So, okay, let's go, and I'm taking you hiking with us. And this is all part of what is true love. And nature, that's true love. And we need to love nature, and that is true love. Smells real good here. Real lovely. This beauty. Look at this beautiful, beautiful environment. That's what dogs love to do. They like to go places with you that are nice, not shopping malls, but natural places with natural scents on the trail, where there's other horses and dogs, and some people have cats on the leash, like Eric, and they go hiking and he smells all of these different animals and the wild animals that cross the path here. Cougars, some black bears, some porcupines, raccoons, opossums, rats and mice and birds and buzzards and turkey vultures. Many different beautiful beings that live here. Beautiful, beautiful place. And this entire area used to look like this. This entire area was once all natural like this, with those pine cone trees, real thick, with owls of all sizes. They have the spotted owl here. The sound of owls is the sound of nature, of health, of abundance, and of vibrant aliveness and flow, and fairy tales, and an ancient time, a nostalgia towards something pure, beautiful. I even saw an owl where my parents live once, in northern Germany, in a quite a populated residential area, and I was surprised. But the European owls are not as big as the owls that live in the Americas, north and south. The biggest owl, I think, in the world is the Wisconsin great gray owl, and people are afraid of that owl. Which is a little bit lunatic, because the females get very big, and they have to, because they have to protect the nests. And when some animal is somewhere in the vicinity of the nest, the females bloat themselves up. They make themselves look really, really, really big and scary. And there was a documentary film on this owl, and some people thought it was the Mothman, like the boogeyman hunting them down. And it was just a mother owl protecting the nest, just saying, look, I'm big, don't come to my nest, or I will defend it, that's all. And these people they were shitting in their pants. Crazy. And these people, they should, instead of watching Batman movies and those kind of things, they need to start watching nature films and learning a little bit about the flora and fauna of this amazing place called United States. Learn a bit about your own country, and I'm huffing and puffing. Yep, because I still weigh like 220 or 230 pounds. And Kenny too, he weighs about the same. Kenny and I weigh about the same. Only Paul is a lot more petite than we are. Almost half the size. And I recommend to everybody who goes into nature, don't leave anything behind. Okay, but footprints. So pack everything up. Okay, everything that you pack out, pack back up into your purses. Don't leave any litter behind. Don't leave anything on the trails. Value this life. That's true love. It's beautiful here. And really take that in, the energy. Smell it. Smell the smell of all these plants growing here. Smell how it smells, how the black fertile earth soil, how it evaporates. An amazing smell of life and fertility. Let's treasure that. Let's keep that alive. Let's not use pesticides anymore. Live healthy. I don't do this often enough, and if I went hiking every day for at least 5 miles, can you imagine how I would trim myself into really good shape, and all that belly fat would just be dissolved and would be recycled into muscle tissue, and I would become really strong and much healthier. Even Friedrich Nietzsche talked about it during his lifetime in the 1800s. How important it is to hike and keep yourself slim and trim, and he did not drink alcohol either. He was criticizing it. He said the spirits of alcohol are not very spiritual. He put that word spirit, the spirituality on. It's a little bit different because it was in German, in an old German, so it didn't have exactly the same meaning as today. But Geistigkeit in German means a spiritual intellect, like not in the sense of spiritual today, but in the sense of like high-minded, noble intellect. And he said, so the Geistigkeit of alcohol, he put that word into quotation marks because it actually produces the opposite of Geistigkeit, or spiritual nobleness. It's the opposite. And he said it made him into a fisherman when he was drinking. So This was already broken. I just picked this. I don't pick too many flowers. I want them to be alive. Sometimes I pick myself a little tiny flower piece. It smells very good. It smells amazing. It smells way better than perfume. A fresh flower can never be substituted with any perfume, particularly not a synthetic perfume, but not even an extract of the flower. So, but what comes the closest are the CO2 extracts of flowers, and it doesn't have any chemicals that separates the oils. So that's the best form of oil extraction, I think. Maybe there's some more elaborate technique. I think it's called the cold infusion technique, which they used hundreds of years ago. But that is, if you buy that, that's real expensive, and that's real time consuming to make. And I talked about this before. There are plants in every region on Earth that can cure any kind of health concern there is. Any kind of illness that you can possibly think of. Every single illness can be cured with plants. I know that for sure. I've seen it. I've seen it on myself. Dr. Scholl talks about this in depth. He has actually been incarcerated for saying this. And now you see how the medical industry, which is an industry, it's there for money, not for protecting your health. The medical industry, how it has infiltrated the government. And it's very sad. I don't want to talk about negativity, but this is the truth, and it's very sad. And we need to become aware about it. I have the leash here, so can you hold him? Okay. Hey.
He looks nice. He looks nice.
The Buddha. Buddha is there for all. It's exactly the same color. Yeah. It does.
Yeah.
Well, holding, but I'm sorry, but holding a laptop computer in my hand, filming things, I don't think gives too much of a professional image. It's like, hey, this is my camera. Yeah, the kid camera didn't last very long, and I'm not gonna buy it again. Should have kept that GoPro. Should not have returned it.
You can't use it because it doesn't have a screen. You can't see what you're filming.
But I wanted, at that time, I wanted a real idiot-proof, user-friendly, shock-resistant camera. And I didn't think the GoPro was the right one for me at that time. So I don't know. I don't think they're shock-resistant. Maybe they make some shock-resistant. I gotta have shock-resistant electronic paraphernalia, so it's very important. Dogs, they have like, I heard like 500 times the sense of smell that humans have. And you can see a lot of saliva is coming out of his mouth. And that's because of all these different smells. It's like comparable to us having more saliva in the mouth when we smell something that we really like. And that because it's very close to the taste buds and all of this. So, but for him it's more than just a taste or eating or enjoyment of smell, which he has too. But for him it's linked all into the communication center of the brain. Like, who has been here, and let me check all that out, and let me create a whole map of smells. And it's like almost goes, I think it might even go into the visual center of the brain. It's very elaborate, much stronger than we can possibly imagine, much stronger than our own senses. They can detect all kinds of things. As you know, they detect drugs and they detect the C word as well, so, which I don't like to say. Okay, we can go back. Oh.
Or you want to keep going?
No, I know. No, let's go.
What do you want to do?
No, mosquitoes are coming out. It's very, very beautiful. Lots of saliva coming out. Foam slaughter. It helps with the fine-tuning of olfactory senses. I hope this doesn't get too wobbly, because I'm wearing my round sole shoes. Skechers Shape Ups. Those are the most comfortable ones. Just wish they made them in the shape of the Birkenstock footprint. That would be really something. I would like to make shoes and boots, but I don't have the money to create something like this. I have to wait until other people will come to that conclusion. There's so many ways to improve our lives. A lot of times people don't even want to go hiking just because they don't have the right shoes. With shoes like this, it's really fun to walk. I was surprised when I first tried it. I first bought the MBT. They're way too heavy. It's not fun with the MBT because they feel like lead on your feet. But the most important thing is that people, instead of getting mad at other people, that they go inside of themselves and not blame, accuse, or insinuate anymore, but go within and ask the right questions and say, well, maybe that person didn't know better, and they're just in that mind state right now, and they don't know better, they can't help it, but what can I do to make that situation better in my life? That's what we can ask. And then things would improve so dramatically before your eyes, you'd be so amazed. All of this sabotage would fall away, and we can make planet Earth into a paradise. And that's really why I'm making these videos, and that would be true love. So I guess I'm gonna turn it off now. Take care, bye bye. I got greasy hair.